Have you ever been to a supermarket and you go to the fruit and vegetable department and you have those, you have lettuce, you go and buy a lettuce. Some people when they go and buy lettuce, they pick up the lettuce and it's got, daggy brown leaves on the outside. And some people take the daggy brown leaves off before they go and pay for it, or they leave it on. But let's say they take it off. The more daggy lettuce leaves they take off, the crispier and juicier it is as they get to the heart of the lettuce. So, as it is with people, quite often as they've come up through life, they've had layers put on them. I was in the motor show in Melbourne, which was on recently, just wandering around, have a look, and I got to one of these intersections, like they've got a four-way sort of intersection thing, and with stands all around, and I'm heading into this sort of intersection thing, there's people coming, and there's a little boy walking along with a balloon. He's 3 years old and he's in the middle of the Melbourne Motor Show. It's like being in Disneyland. I mean, he's really focused on the traffic, isn't he? He's conscious of himself and where he is and everything else. And he's walking around like this. Anyway, I spotted him too late and he's sort of just about to walk into me. Whose job is it to get out of his way? Or whose job is it for who to get out of whose way? Mine. He's my customer. So I'm sort of trying to head out of his way, and I'm going off balance because it's too late and everything. His parents are behind him. Guess who got into trouble? It wasn't me. Now, you know some of the things they said to him, don't you? Yeah. Look out, watch where you're going. Don't be so stupid. How does he feel? Does he feel really proud of himself? Does he feel empowered? Think about the language you use and the influence you have as leaders every time you open your mouth. Anyone here doesn't want acknowledgement? Anybody here doesn't want praise? Anyone here doesn't like to be, congratulated on something? I was talking to a group the other day, I can't remember who they were, and I was doing a 40-year presentation, put together this process for a 40-year presentation. And the guy in charge, I was talking to it, and he said, so I said to him, this is great, you're doing this for this guy after 40 years. What are you doing for his wife? Well, she's been working for the company for 40 years too. But often we forget there's more people involved. Often we forget that they're actually a person. They're actually a heart. Instead of just being this commodity or something, this software package that was there for 40 years, there's been plenty of other people involved in supporting them in this role. So what are you doing for them? Oh, it's not policy. Oh shit, well we better put in a policy to recognise someone. Your role is very, very important. Whether you've got kids at home or kids at work, or when you see somebody in a, experiencing some problem in the street with their bag or something. But if you're not used to being cared for and having attention given to you and feeling special and important, you cannot possibly give them something. Do you want a hot pie or a cold pie? Hot pie, generally speaking. You might like cold pie, doesn't matter. So I walked into this thing in the football and there's a lady behind the counter. I said, good morning, or afternoon, whatever. I said, could I have a really, really, really hot pie, please? What did she give me? The look. She didn't give me a pie. She gave me a look, and the look was really cold. The look was, who do you think someone needs to put you in your, and I'm just the one to do it. So she said, they're all hot. See, that's her way of putting me back in my place, because she was taught possibly by her grandma, don't cause a fuss. Or grandpa, don't put anybody out. So I said, well, of all the hot pies, can you give me one out of the back of a tray that's been in there the longest, please? So when I ask her again for the really hot pie, all she can do now is go, and go and get one from the back of the tray like I asked her to. And she brings it to me and, I say, thank you very much, and I give her the money, and she slams the change down and turns her back. See, she's still doing it. She needs to put me in my place. She's turning her back on me. She's rejecting me. She's walking away from me. So anyway, I go to Colonial Stadium the other day, and, it's quite a nice place, and have a nice time with my son and everything, and I want a pie. So I walk up, there's a young guy there. I said, hi, how you doing? And they got these pies on those rack things. I said, those pies up there, they've probably been there for a while, have they? And he looked up, he said, yeah, they have. I said, well, they might have gone a bit cold. He said, yeah, they might have. I said, you got anything around the back, you know, a bit hotter for me? He said, oh, just a minute, I'll go and have a look for you. So I go around, he goes around the back, and he comes back, he says, here, what do you think about this one? I said, yeah, that's a really good one. Thanks very much. So he gave me the money, $2.40, I don't know what it was. Gave him $3, yeah, keep the change, mate, no worries. Walked off. You see the difference? See, he's open, the other person's closed. If you're dealing with closed people, you've got to open them up. But they won't open up unless, you know, because they've been beaten all their life into submission. When you went to school, the first time, you went to kindergarten or preschool, what do you have to do before you're allowed in a classroom? Stand up straight, really straight, and what do you have to be? Very, very quiet. You know, I meet people who are 50 years old and they're still doing it. Flight 123 is ready for boarding, and you go and stand up straight. Here we go, ticket, up. Don't want to cause a fuss. You know what happens when the plane gets to the destination? 300 people stand up. They do. They all stand up. And the people sitting next to the windows, they stand like this. Or they stand like this. And if the person sitting in the aisle is not moving, they go, get up. We're all up, get up. And they all pull the bags out and hit each other in the head. Then you got air rage. Anyone here have Christmas? Okay, you have Christmas. Is Christmas supposed to be fun and happy and joyful and everything else and celebration? You ever met those families who get together to fight on Christmas Day? And at the end of Christmas Day, you know, they say, see you again next week, next year, round 38. And they spend all day talking about how bad the shopping and the traffic was on Christmas Eve. Wasn't it shocking yesterday? Oh, yes, it was shocking. It was just terrible. Couldn't get into the shops. Forgot the bonbons. Well, it's all right. You don't have to worry, you know. We'll just go snap ourselves. People believe that if they hold on to their disempowerment, the world will be, you know, okay. If they let go of it, their world falls apart because they're not used to empowerment. But the world would work a whole lot better if we had more empowerment and less disempowerment. A, there's a possibility there wouldn't be so many wars. B, there wouldn't be so many wars on the freeway going home. C, there wouldn't be so many wars at home. D, there wouldn't be so many wars when you go to work in the meeting room.